Rockstella, a great company for all of your kitchen needs and other rooms of your house. And we're going to be talking to Natallia about all those options. Beautiful countertops. What a beautiful space. You guys did such an excellent job in here.
Yes, thank you for coming. So this is the project we recently completed. The homeowners just moved in. And in this kitchen, we installed quartz countertop and the backsplash here as well.
It's beautiful.
So the homeowners selected quartz because they have a large family, so they wanted something that doesn't require a lot of maintenance. So it doesn't need to be treated or sealed, so it's poreless, it doesn't stain. So you can't really put anything too hot on the countertop, but other than that, it's pretty easy to maintain. And so we installed it on the backsplash as well, and this is amazing because when you have tiles, there is grout you have to deal with, and you have to clean in between those tiles.
The grime and the grease and everything that would get into it from the stovetop.
Yeah, so it's really like a lot of maintenance. Where with full backsplash, it's just one single solid piece, and it's so easy to maintain, and you just wipe it. And it's always clean.
Now, when you do something like this and you add cabinetry to the top, it just sits on. So does it go quartz all the way to the back?
In this case, yes, but this is really, cabinetry design, so it can be done
either or.
Either or, yeah. So in this case, there is countertop, and then the cabinets were installed on top.
Yeah, I like the way that looks. It's very seamless.
Yes, yeah, and this countertop does have a seam actually, but it's really not too noticeable, right? Like
you can't see that at all.
Yeah. And there is a little design element that we've added. So this little shelf, it's very easy to do, so it doesn't require any special, support or anything like that. And it can be used just for like some accessories or even spices if you want.
Yeah, I was just about to say, mine probably wouldn't look that clean.
Yeah.
And if you want to add things, like, I mean, we've got a couple of sinks here. Those are easy to cut through, right?
It's not really easy to cut through, so you do have to have special equipment for that. So it's not something that can be done on site.
I see, okay.
So it has to be pre-cut at the shop. So
pre-cut at the shop before installation.
Before installation,
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, coming up, we're going to stay in the kitchen, this beautiful open concept kitchen. We're going to continue to talk about some of the new colors that are out and the difference in quality of what you're getting when you do your shopping for a brand new countertop. All of that and more coming up on Morning Live. Well, we are back with Natallia and Rockstella, and we're talking about the new collection. Some of these are absolutely gorgeous. People come into the store, and which one do you think is the most popular?
They're actually all of them are very popular. It's something different and something new. Like we do use this one a lot as well as this one, but I mean, all of them are really nice and beautiful. So this is an entirely new collection we're so excited to introduce. So it's different from standard quartz, and the difference is in the manufacturing process. So the way the standard quartz is made is by mixing the ingredients such as quartz, chemicals, pigments, right? And so this color, they're mixed into this mixture and then poured into slabs and then compressed and baked under very high temperatures.
So no two countertops is ever going to look the same.
With quartz, it's pretty similar.
It is same design?
Yeah, same design.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So this quartz is a little bit different. It's still the same mixture of quartz and minerals. But the pigments are added a little bit later, so they're printed on the slabs.
Oh,
so it's actually a print, so they look a little bit more natural. Yeah, so this quartz is free from any speckles, which provides a little better light reflection and more depth and more definition.
Right.
Plus, because it's a picture of natural stone, it looks a lot more natural than standard quartz.
Of course, yeah, it really does. A couple of different ones up here on the smaller one. This one has quite the pattern to it. Now, would that be just in sections, or would that be in kind of a larger area?
It does have pretty large pattern to it, And the ink is actually, it's injected into the surface, so it penetrates the surface, which means it's not gonna fade. There is warranty. So it's not something, it is just the top, so it's a print. It doesn't go all the way through.
Right.
But it's not a concern. So there is warranty on this product, so it's not gonna be, fading over time, so the color will stay, it's pretty permanent.
And as a consumer, how would I decide which would be the best for a kitchen? Which type of stone would be best for a kitchen countertop?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for, what your expectations are. Most people go for the look, so we always work with specific color scheme. But let's say if you go with natural marble, you have to remember that there is, you have to maintain it. You have to seal it. It can stain and scratch. With quartz, you can get the look of marble, but there is less maintenance involved.
So it makes more sense.
That's a big advantage of it, especially with these new technologies. It looks really, real and nice. You can get the look. Some people can't tell the difference between this product and natural marble.
Yeah, I could never tell the difference. Okay, well, coming up, we're going to take a look at other rooms in the house where you could be using these beautiful countertops. But for now, I'm going to send things back inside the studio. Well, we've now taken a trip into the laundry room where we have yet another beautiful countertop. A little smaller in space, a little bolder, a little different. I like this quartz. This is quartz, correct?
This is quartz as well, yeah. And, I find that people renovate kitchens a lot, but laundry rooms don't always get the design love they deserve.
No.
Because it's always
it's a laundry room.
Space. It's a laundry room, and it's associated with tasks that we don't love that much, right?
It's true.
But I think adding the countertop and the laundry can add a lot to functionality. So in this particular case, the clients have cabinets underneath, but in many cases we install countertops over washer and dryer, just on top, and it adds a lot of functionality. So you can use it as a folding table. You can lay your delicates to dry. And in many cases we actually have clients, especially with smaller spaces, you can use it instead of your ironing board.
That's interesting.
To save the space. In this case, if you do that, we just need to make sure that we install countertop that is 100% heat resistant, right?
Yes,
because you don't want to damage it.
Or you'd have to put something on top of it to protect it.
Yeah, but for like material choice, you can use pretty much anything you want. Any stone is good. So there is not that much traffic as, in the kitchen, but the laundry, you use your detergents, bleaches, and so you still want to make sure that you get something durable. And quartz is a great option here. So it doesn't stain, and it's gonna last long time. But you could do granite, you can do porcelain, or anything you want.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it's a small space. It's quite cost effective. People can come in, and you quite often have the smaller pieces in stock.
We do, yeah. So in laundry rooms, and because I think you can get more creative in the laundry room. So you don't always have to special order a color. You can always just come into our shop and select something from what we have in stock in our inventory. And we often have some smaller slabs, partial slabs on sale, clearance, remnants of cuts, and we have quite a few of those, especially if you have smaller spaces. That could be pretty, you could save a lot.
Yeah, I really like that idea. It's always good to be creative and cost effective at the same time. Coming up, we're going to be talking about quality, so don't go anywhere. There's lots more coming up on Morning Live. Back with Rockstella, and not all countertops are created equal, are they?
No, absolutely not. So when you shop for countertop, you have to remember that it's not only the stone you're purchasing. You want to make sure that when the product is actually installed, it's done right. Because there is quite a few steps involved from the time you walk into the showroom to the final installation.
Okay.
And when we install, our installers are actually, they want to make sure that clients are happy. So we don't leave until the client actually says, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's great.
Because, you look at this beautiful slab, right? And when it's installed, if there are any gaps between the countertop and the walls, you're not going to be happy with it. Or if the cuts are not done right.
Now, I've noticed sometimes in countertops, mine in particular, I have a beautiful stone on the top, but then I look underneath where my stools are, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's kind of wood-like. So it's like they've put stone on top of the wood.
Sometimes that happens, and this is just a technical question, so sometimes that's required.
Right.
So that's not necessarily a quality issue, but even like with our installations, we want to make sure that it's not something you see. If wood is required, it's not something
hidden.
you're supposed to.
Oh no, it's underneath. Yeah, you can't see it, but I'm like, that's suspicious to me. But this one has got a beautiful transition underneath, and it's so stone all the way.
Yeah, this is because it's a different thickness as well. So this is a 3 centimeter stone, which doesn't require any buildup. So it's just single solid slab. There is nothing glued to it. We don't need to raise the countertop, so there is no need for plywood. And it's thick and substantial, so it's strong enough. There is no plywood required for any support.
How do you decide what thickness you should go with?
So the thickness really, you know, it's a look you're going for. Some
Okay.
people like thicker slabs and some people like really thick and chunky edges. And if you're going for something more contemporary, simple and clean, then we can use thinner slabs. In this
Okay.
kitchen, we use the 1.25 or 3 centimeters thickness for the countertops, which again, it's clean and simple. There is nothing else required really with this design. And for the backsplash, we use just a little thinner slab, 2 centimeters or 3/4 inch. And for the backsplash, there is no need for thicker slab. So it should be lighter, plus the thinner slabs are a little bit less expensive, and it doesn't take away from your countertop space.
Yeah. It's really
So
beautiful. You can tell the quality is definitely in this kitchen. Now, if people want to get a hold of you online, can they go to your website and see any of your products?
So we have a website and which is updated on a regular basis, but it's best to visit our showroom because we do have a lot more in stock. So there are some pictures on the website, but pictures are just pretty much to give you an idea.
Okay.
Like our inventory is always updated and we always have something new. So it's best to visit our showroom.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having us today. Of course, all the segments are going to be online on chch.com. You can check out the Rockstella showroom and the website as well.